All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for chopping it up with your boy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And I believe that the Lions should be on the right side of history. We haven't been winning, since 91 was our last playoff victory. 93, I believe, was our last division title, and it was named the NFC Central, not the NFC North. So let's kind of talk about it for a minute. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Obviously, I don't trust Chase Daniels as the backup quarterback. He couldn't even beat out Trubisky in Chicago, okay? I would like a stronger backup quarterback. We don't know where Matthew Stafford's health is. Last year, I said Stafford wasn't healthy, especially when he took like 14 days off from throwing the football in practice, and people said I was reaching. About a month or two later, he was done for the season, okay? Or 3 months later, he was done, or 4 months, whatever it was, he was done for the season. So, thoughts go football-wise and kind of be on the right side of history, okay? We would just always be known as a franchise right now who don't win, who went on 16, and we'll be solely known for that had Cleveland not won up with us and went on 16 as well. And I believe Kaepernick, deserved a chance. And I've always consistently said he deserved a chance. And now that I believe that the NFL should do the right thing and apologize to him first, and then find him a position. What better place for Detroit? You got a backup quarterback in Chase Daniel who ain't that good. But then again, he all right. Don't mean Kaepernick got to come in and be second string. It give a year for Kaepernick to build it up. A lot of the Lions are voicing their frustrations at protest. A lot of the Lions, Frank Ragnow said his eyes are open. Agnew saying he tired of holding his tongue. Some Lions like Jalen Reeves-Maybin had, kneeled and protested against Martha's will. But why not be on the right side of history? You know what I'm saying? And what if the fans, protest and they don't go down to Ford Field? They always go down to Ford Field. After 0-16, before 0-16, how they did Barry, how they did Calvin, David Blogg being the quarterback, Jeff Driscoll is the quarterback, they gonna come. And this might be the best opportunity because you may not be able to operate with fans. So what they gonna boycott? Watching it on TV, they can't help but to watch the Lions. They can't help but to watch them. So this is the perfect time to sign them, and nobody gonna give a hell what he did in the past and what he kneeled and what he did. People that had a problem with that and they keep saying all lives matter when people say Black Lives Matter. I don't think people going to have a problem once he started winning football games or he started backing up Stafford. I'm not saying bring him here to be the starter. Obviously, if Stafford go down this year, and I'm not going to say a 31, 32, 33-year-old Kaepernick, it's a long-term solution. But I will say I still would draft the quarterback. But I'm just saying, be on the right side of history for once if you Martha. If you're the Ford family. Be on the right side of history. Do the right thing. And sign this guy. You got the perfect ability. He ain't going to need a lot of money. Now, if he gets to demanding millions and millions of dollars, then we have another issue. Obviously, we got to pay Kenny Galladay. Obviously, if Stafford ball out this season, we might have to pay Stafford a new contract because don't no prominent quarterback play on non-guaranteed money. If you didn't know, this is Stafford's last year of guaranteed money on his contract. But you're going to have some people that say, oh, no, I'm going to get some. He disrespected the flag. He didn't disrespect the flag. We all know that. If you show me a picture of him wiping his ass with the flag or pissing on the flag or setting the flag on fire, then we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't boycott when Jalen Reeves-Maybin kneeled at the national anthem. People still came down there. I don't think people can boycott the Lions. Now, if you're the Pistons, or the Tigers, I think it's a different thing. People boycotting the Pistons and they done moved downtown. And they ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? People refuse to still go down there. The Pistons continue to lose. They lose fan bases. The Lions could lose. They could get more fans. The Lions are the opposite of the Tigers and the Pistons. I can't really speak on the Wings. I don't follow the Wings like that no more. But, like I said, it make a lot of sense. They got an opening. Blogg is probably still in the practice squad. Driscoll is in Denver. And I don't trust Chase Daniels. They need a solid quarterback. For people that say, what about Cam? Cam is willing to be a backup quarterback. That is acceptable too. But one thing you must understand about getting Cam or getting Kaepernick or one of those two quarterbacks is they are not the long-term solution to the Lions' issues. Or if Stafford balls out and have a good year this year, I wouldn't mind signing Kaepernick, and keeping him behind Stafford just in case. And also, you can put a package in there for him. He still can run. That's kind of being the wave. The Eagles going to put a package for Jalen Hurts. Other teams have had the Wildcat packages. Darrell Bevel can get creative and do that. We can find a way for him to get on the field. And we do know the reason this is a perfect position for Kaepernick is because Matthew Stafford is beloved. This is as close as you're going to get to unconditional love from a fan base for a quarterback. Matthew Stafford could do no wrong. Even though Stafford has the record that he has, even though he has the shortcoming in playoff games, and he still is trailing Eric Kramer in a lot of playoff game records for a quarterback for the Lions. Detroit loves Stafford, so they're not going to call for Stafford's job. They're not. Stafford is king in Detroit. He can do no wrong. So there will be no pressure on him as long as he's healthy to get pushed out the way by Colin Kaepernick. And once again, let's be on the right side of history here. We've been on the wrong side of history since 1991. Let's do something great. Let's do something proactive. All our players basically are black. The majority of them. Detroit is a black city. Even though I know when you turn on the TV, Ford Field is a majority of white people. But Detroit is a black, proud city, man. Really, really black and proud city. And they'll love to have Kaepernick here. Now, if Kaepernick want to be here, that's another question for itself. But I understand why not. As long as he can still play and run, why not? I'm not comfortable with the backup quarterback that we got. I'm not. And Stafford is close to the end. And bare minimum, if he becomes a Sean Hill or he's a Jalen Hurts and he's gonna run some packages, you can always bridge him in with the next young quarterback if Stafford is no longer gonna be with the franchise past this year. You can bridge him through. I don't think this is gonna be a Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Kevin Cobb situation. And even if it was, Michael Vick still had a very small window. But if you would have took Tua, this wouldn't have been a conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you had a Sean Hill behind Stafford still, this wouldn't have been a conversation. But today's NFL is going towards the mobile quarterback, so why not have the threat of him being out there taking a few snaps? You got a coordinator who was creative with another mobile quarterback in Russell Wilson. But this is about doing the right thing. And we know Martha, she from Akron, you know what I'm saying? She's the richest person from Akron if you didn't know. But we know she grew up in segregation. We know she have a racist mindset. I don't care what none of you guys say. That's how they grew up. That's what they was learning. You know what I'm saying? And I had a friend that worked at a nursing home, and a woman that's around the same age as her, probably a little bit younger, she said, y'all being mean to me because what we did to your people back in the day. They're very, very aware of what they done. You know what I'm saying? They're very, very aware. But the owners are old. They are stubborn when you get old. They grew up in the segregation. They grew up when it desegregated. They grew up with white and black water fountains. They still got that mindset. The Jerry Jones, the Stephen Ross, the Robert Krafts. You know what I'm saying? Robert Kraft on the road with Meek Mill and all. And why not sign Kaepernick? But if he do, it's going to be an uprising in Boston and the New England area. That's one of the most racist areas in the United States. Milwaukee, one of the racist areas in the United States. People talking about the South. You got the South in the Northeast and the South in the Midwest. So why not sign Colin Kaepernick? And a lot of people, well, no, he doesn't deserve a job. He disrespected the flag. It was never about the flag. It was about people being treated like George Floyd. Black people being treated like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Drayshawn Reed, Ahmaud Arbery, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, and not getting justice and being able to kill black people and get away with it. And we'll see what happened in Minnesota with the trials, but I'm all for signing Kaepernick. A lot of people might be against it. Why not, man? We got a backup position that need to be filled, and Chase Daniels ain't adding up, and he ain't stacking up for it. So y'all know what it is, man. Motor Sports Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to me anytime if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question, just want to chop it up. Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook, then IG. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share the video. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Mercy Sports Talk. We go.